What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. Well, a lot going on the internet this morning. I always start my day with It Is What It Is. Cam and Mace, or Mace and Cam. Great show, very entertaining. Like I said, it's a mainstay. I start my morning with it. Pleasant surprise when I clicked on this morning. They had TBE, as he calls himself, Floyd Mayweather Jr. on, and he said a lot of interesting things in this interview. He touched on, his conflict with Bill Haney. Basically said he don't know where it comes from. He don't really know Bill like that. They speak. Bill more knew his father and his uncle than him, but yes, he wishes him the best. He said somebody's angry like that, you just pray for him. He has a way of getting at people without getting at people that I find pretty funny. But we all know when him and Bill was on live, Bill came out and said, it's a comedy thing. And I think most of us, that's paying attention know, like, Bill's just using Floyd's, name, star power, marketability as a way to elevate himself and his son. I can't knock his hustle, If Floyd ain't got a problem with it, why should anybody else? So it is what it is. Also, the hottest hot take that came out of the interview, they asked him about Tank. Of course, he said, he didn't say he wasn't talking about Tank, but he was like, he made a generalization about young fighters and money. And, Tank is not the only one making money and driving the car he's driving and the clothes, he mentioned. So I guess he's saying, he wasn't talking about Tank. You don't understand why Tank said it that way. And then the most the most jaw-dropping thing he said, basically, without saying it, is Tank ain't left him. He said, because when Tank fights, you're going to see the PBC. And for the first time, he's made inferences. He's kind of hinted at it. But for the first time, he came out and said, the PBC is my company. Al Heyman don't own the PBC. So Al Heyman's a manager. You can't be a manager and a promoter. We know as a result of the Muhammad Ali Act, you can't be a manager and a promoter in boxing. I know at one time that's why Al Heyman was listing himself as an advisor, because the Muhammad Ali Act and the laws that govern boxing don't mention advisors. That isn't an official title in boxing, so it kind of gave them the freedom to be on the business side of the promotion and the management. But he basically spilled the beans, came around and said, listen, Al Heyman is a manager. The PBC is mine. And, when you see Tank fight, you're going to see that PBC. We also see that with Canelo. So he talked about, everybody's talking about he's broke. Well, he definitely was in a mansion, doing his interview at home. Talked about, a lot of his investments, dispensaries and champagne and all this other stuff he had. So, if he ain't got no money, he's sure fronting really well. We heard Wack 100 say when people were saying he was stuck in Saudi, he was actually over there, mining for gold and, partnering in a gold mine. I don't know. Not a gold mine, oil. He was mining for oil and, partnering in an oil company. But, with that being said, if Floyd, what he's saying is accurate, a lot of people owe him an apology. And, we do see, what most of us think is fabricated beef between himself and Tank every time Tank has a fight coming. And that would make sense or lend itself to maybe he does own the PBC. And, he has an interest in seeing Tank's fights do well. Another really, really hot take I saw that I think publicly Tank is going to respond to, but I think behind the scenes, they all know what it is. We all know Tank doesn't really talk about fighters that he's not fighting. We know he's mentioning Shakur a lot. So we know Shakur's coming out of his contract. And we heard Mayweather say, Shakur's coming out of his contract, I'm looking to partner with him. We hear Shakur Stevenson praising Mayweather in a way that he never did. So it looks like all roads lead to Shakur Stevenson partnering with Floyd Mayweather to start SS Promotions. And a fight with Tank is on the horizon. I think if you're paying attention to what's going on and you watch how these moves are made generally, that looks like what's about to happen. And like I said, Floyd, if you really pay attention to what he's saying, he's kind of giving it to you. If Shakur, in fact, and I do believe, he has not re-signed with Top Rank. Both him and Bob Arum have said that. And like I said, he can't come out and say I'm going to sign Floyd because that would be tampering. I'm going to sign Shakur because that would be tampering. He's still in the contract with Top Rank and Bob Arum. But this is his last fight, and after this fight, if you guys don't think he already has plans for what he's going to do, you had to be boo-booed fool. And like I said, all roads are leading to there's going to be a Shakur and Tank fight. He talked about, Tank being the biggest puncher, Shakur having the best skill set. He's setting the table for an epic showdown. And, with him at the helm of it, I say over and over again, these fighters out here slandering Floyd, or promoters when it comes to Bill Haney, or manager, trainer, slandering Floyd, you probably want to watch yourself. This man is still very, very influential in boxing. We've seen him temporarily take the Ryan fight away from Devin and then give it back to him. So, this isn't a guy that if you don't have, that type of staying in the game, that you want to be bad-mouthing or at odds with, because he's the kind of guy that could probably make a phone call to stop your bag. But great interview on It Is What It Is. A lot of gems dropped by Floyd. A lot of information. And like I said, time will tell, remains to be seen. But he came out and told you guys, if y'all think I'm down, I own the PBC. And he said me and Al Haymon are one. But when he said Al Haymon's a manager, I own the PBC, what he's basically telling you guys is that Al Haymon works for me. And like I said, we've never heard him come out and speak quite this brash about it. He's hinted at, the PBC being mine. I remember at one time he said it just might be Pretty Boy Boxing Champions. But he left no doubt. The PBC is mine, and if you fight on PBC, you fighting for me. So, he said that before too, when he was like, he went to go look at Manny Pacquiao's fight, and Manny said, why'd he come to my fight? He said, well, you my fighter, you fighting for PBC. I came to check on my investment. But if this man is what he's saying is in fact true, and I don't know why he wouldn't, because it all can be verified online, or people can research and see, in fact, if what he's saying is true. Stop playing with this guy. This guy is still probably, if not one of the most influential and powerful people in boxing, and I'm proud of him. As a young black man that I actually met in the amateurs and got to see him grow from a 14-year-old amateur into the mega star and business tycoon that he is today, I can do nothing but applaud. But again, shout outs to Floyd Mayweather, shout outs to Mace and Cam, Stat. Great show this morning. Like I said, I start my day with y'all, and y'all kind of made my day with that one. Everybody knows I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan, so it was kind of the best of both worlds. My favorite morning show, along with my favorite fighter, and he actually got on there and talked real and dropped some gems. So like I said, hats off to you fellas. Great interview. That's all I have for y'all right now. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.